Give me a thumbs up if y'all can see me. I do this every freaking time. StreamYard has so many safeguards that I'm not even used to it. It makes sure that let me know if you can see me and hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Hey, Callie. Turf therapy in the house, man. You a ninja, man. You be all over the place and don't nobody know. What's going on, Turf? Anita, TLC in the Garden, Princess Pamela's World, Callie Homesteading with Pooh Bear. Then who else we got here? Shiny 2003 from Seed to Table Sunday Backyard Farmer, my brother. What's going on? Nature Lover and Miss 1204, Miss Native Cherokee. How y'all doing? Huh? It's good to see you in here. I'm gonna stop screaming. I think y'all can hear me pretty good. Um, it's good to see everybody in here. So what I planned on doing was I'm using a separate camera. That way I can take you around and still watch my back with all the rest of this mess. Okay. So what we're going to be talking about, family, is wait, before I get started, guava. Whew. Whether you celebrate the holiday or not, I love eggnog. All right. So thank you, Brian. Okay. So I'm stream yarding it today because I want to let's get rid of that. I want to talk about refrigeration. Now, I got a video that I'm putting out on Laird Farmer channel, and it's just going to be about the set power. Now, this is another brand of refrigeration that I acquired months ago, and I've been testing, and it's been plugged up. I think y'all been seeing this. Let me see. It's been more than 6 months. Y'all been seeing this in the background everywhere I go. So this is the big monster that I used at camp. When we went to camp, let me get this a little bit more slicker than this. There we go. We did the survival camp. This is what we used. Let me get over here a little bit. Maybe you can see it better. Nope. This is the one we used. And it held all the food for the camp, all of it. And it only ran on a solar power generator. My question to you is, what is your backup way of storing your food? Do you can? Do you water bath can? Do you pressure can? Or do you have something like this? Now, the reason I'm asking is because this thing is awesome. Listen really close. You don't hear anything. And it's totally frozen inside, and it's only using 2 watts of power. And I'm not totally sure that that's 2 watts ain't coming from, oh no, the 2 watts is coming from the screen display up here. So this thing holds a lot of food. It has dual sides. You could turn this one into a freezer, this one into the refrigerator. You can make them both refrigerators, and you can make them both freezers. The best part about this, it doesn't use any energy. The highest that's going to go is 45 watts. 45 watts. Now, I want you to do the math on that. 45 watts. That's what? 10 hours? Over 10 hours? If you got a 500-watt generator. Now, listen to this. It only uses 45 watts when the compressor is on. The compressor is not on. It's using 1 watt. 1. If you're not using this and it's always totally cold inside because you're not going in and out of it, you're only going to use 1 or 2 watts. So if that compressor was running constantly, it would be 45 watts running constantly would be over 10 hours. Because this is a 500-watt solar power generator, the Jackery 500. I just need you to think about that for a minute. So that could save your life. Now I'm gonna let y'all in on another secret. Y'all know good and well. Now I got several of these. Me and Lady Led don't go nowhere without them. She got one in her car. I got one in my car. I got one in the RV. I use the one in the RV. I don't really use the refrigerator in the RV because that takes propane. I don't even bother with that. I just plug one of these in and set it between the chairs, and I'm golden. So, do I have any questions? Because really, this is going to be brief. The live stream came on kind of crazy, and I was shuffling. I've been trying to do this since 4:30. Any questions at all? It ain't got to be about this particular brand. Any kind. Questions about 12 volt. This thing plugs in. Look, this is what it's plugged into, the lighter socket. It's literally plugged into the lighter socket. The reason I put the Jackery 240 right here and the Jackery 500 right here, because I want you to know that it can run even on something this small at 45 watts. Now, it won't take long because this is only 240 watts. It'll run what? To maybe 4 hours, little over 4 hours. That ain't bad though. At 45 watts, complete, constant running. But once it gets cold, it ain't running. It's only going to be pulling that 1 watt, just like this one. So if you could do that with the 240, which I've already tested, I thought this was run out. I left it in my office for about 2 or 3 days. It was still running. I was down to 23%, but I couldn't believe it was still running. So that's all. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. If you have any questions, here's the funny thing to me is we don't ask questions of how to get out of a jam until you're in the jam. I'll never understand that for the life of me. What we got? Any questions whatsoever? I see some people say they can pressure canning. Can you open it and show us? Yes, I can. First question, yes. Hold on. Let me bring you with me. I can't see you guys because my screen is behind me. So, okay. This is the 240. This is the Jackery 500. I just want to make sure that you guys can see the actual wattage right here. 1 watt. Can y'all see that okay? All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. Inside, this side I got on refrigerator mode. So this stuff ain't frozen. It's just really, really cold. I got some hamburgers here that I patted out from grinding it. I got some chicken breasts and chicken tenderloins because that's what I'm going to be eating for the rest of the week. Now, here's the thing about this door. It doesn't have to open on this side. It can actually, you can take it off here. It slides out and then you can put it on this side. And now your door will open from this side, just like this, instead of like this. So you can change the doors around to open whichever side you want, depending on what kind of vehicle you might be in. Your vehicle might set it up where the plug is on this side and the doors need to open this way, or the plug is on that side, the doors need to open this way. It's all up to you. So I thought that was really, really cool. So on this side, I have this side on freezer mode. And as you can see, ice. This is ice out of my ice machine. Frozen cauliflower. Frozen ground beef. What is this? That's frozen. I don't even know what that is. I think that's more ground beef. And this is for Sunday Backyard Farmer. Sunday Backyard Farmer, I brought this in here just for you. Sunday Backyard Farmer, frozen Nathan hot dogs. Just for Sunday. Frozen solid. So this side, I got on the frozen. Now I want to show you guys how this works. All you have to do, let me put this back up here so you guys can really get make sure this plug is plugged in all the time too. Okay, now the compressor might come on because I knocked the plug out. This is how you control it. You control it like this side, you can see it's a little shape right there. That's the shape of the refrigerator. That little piece that's missing right there on that box, that's the actual compressor. So you don't get the full side. That's why I use that as for refrigeration. On this side, I use as a freezer. No, I'm sorry. That's the refrigerator side with the little notch out. That's the freezer side I got set. Now I got this on, I think I got this to 30. I got this set on 30 degrees, but it's 25 degrees inside there, Fahrenheit. On the refrigerator side, I think I got this set to 40. Yeah, I got it set at 40, but it's at 39 degrees in there. So go figure. That's even lower and using less power than I really even need. So all you have to do to cut this on is a button here, your power button. Cut it off, and it's off. Cut it on. Now listen to the compressor. Here's your settings where you can change this from eco mode to max. If you want it to cool down really fast, you cut it on max mode. You want it to chill and conserve power. Once you get up to, once it's cold enough, kick it on economy. You good to go. That is it. Now, the sweet thing about the DC part of it, you do not need, it does not have extra buttons like all the rest of the refrigerators. It automatically changes from AC to DC because you can plug this in your car with the cigarette lighter, or you can use an AC plug adapter, which it comes with. So I'm going to show you that now, okay? I hope that was good enough. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to show you the AC adapter. With the AC adapter, all you do is literally plug that cigarette lighter in that socket. Here's your AC adapter. And here's the plug for that, to plug in the wall, your AC plug. Plug that in the brick. You put the cigarette lighter inside of this socket and you plug it into the wall, and it automatically still runs off of DC power. This is like an inverter. It's not a regular power brick. So it's going to convert AC to DC and still only run at 45 watts. I'm blown away. I know you guys are like, I don't get it. I know sometimes you'd be like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. All you need to know is it don't use no power. So whether you have a small solar power generator like a Jackery 240, or you got a big monster like a Blue Eddy 2000, you can run this forever. Now, If you add solar panels to one of these generators, you can run this refrigeration indefinitely. If I plug in a solar panel to this generator right here, run it out the window, and let the sun hit it all day, that sun is going to be charging my generator while this is barely running. I'm still only using 2 watts. Now, I unplugged it and everything. And here, I'm still only using 2 watts because it's so cold inside. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me find the I do this every time. The invite. There we go. There we go. Just in case anybody wanted to come in, you had any questions, I'm putting my link down here if you wanted to come in the room. If not, we just gonna call it a day unless anybody had any other questions. I just seen some questions. Hold on. Okay. How many quarts is that? 7? No, it's 80 because it's 79.8 something. It's 80 quarts. That's huge. That's huge. No matter how you cut it, that's huge. Let me see what we got. I'm gonna see if I missed any questions. If not, what's the model of that fridge? I've had one for years, but mine isn't dual zone. Okay. This is the TC75. Now, here's the sweet part. My video, I'm going to be releasing. Let me think, because I don't want to lie to you. I'm going to be releasing the video Tuesday, and I'm going to have a product link code. So if you were deciding on getting another one, I can save you some money with my discount code. Just a heads up. Okay, here's one. Ryan's Life. Can you run only one side to save power? Yes, you can cut your other side to 0 and let it go and only run one side. But here's the funny thing about that. It sips power so gradually, you really don't even have to play like that. 45 watts if the compressor is running. 45 watts. And if you have a 500 watt hour solar power generator, that thing will run for over 10 hours. Let me see if I can find any other questions. How much does it weigh? Good question, TLC in the garden. Now, okay. Now we getting real. Okay. It weighs 49 something pounds. So it's almost 50 pounds. It's like a bag of dog food. But the thing about it is it has 2 big handles on the side so you can pick up. So it makes it a little easier to pick up than a bag of dog food. I don't know, I buy chicken feed and I know trying to pick up a 50-pound bag of feed is cumbersome. You're slipping out of your arms, nowhere to really grab it, no handles. This does have handles. And to be honest with you, even though I can pick it up, sometimes I just put it on my dolly and take it out in the yard or wherever I need to take it. As a matter of fact, if you go watch the survival camp video when it first starts, you see me, Lady Led, and a bunch of the people that's coming in, a bunch of the family coming in, setting up. You see this on my bug out wagon, the one I did the walk on the other day. That's how we brought it from the trailer to the barbecue. That was a good question, TLC. Good question. So let's see what we got here. Any more questions whatsoever? Nope. Okay. Wow. Let me think here. You ain't gotta come in. You don't have to come in to ask a question. You don't have to be shown. Crafty Mom says not camera ready. You do not have to come on if you have a question. What's up, B Rich? Good to see you, man. Um, any accessories like wheels, no wheels. Now I'm gonna say this, B Rich. They built everything inside of it. So you don't need anything else. All of those switches and other gadgets that you needed to control the temperature and the economy rate, it does it automatically inside. So you don't even need none of that stuff. We just went inside, Sabrina. Let me see. Does it have a light? Yes, yes, it does. Both sides have lights inside. So if I'm gonna just move this Jackery 240 out of the way because it looked like we're gonna be in and out of this. So we're gonna look inside and I'm gonna show you the lights, okay? I gotta look back at it. There's the light right there. See it? That's the light. And the other side as well. I'm trying not to trip that wire. Has a light right here as well. So when you open it up in your car or your RV or even outside in your tent in the middle of the night in the dark, this is how me and Lady Led did it, and it was just so cool. Now, this is another part. I'm glad I did get up. Some of them are magnetized. I like them being physically latched. I'm going to tell you why. I really do like the refrigerators with magnets on them. I do. I think it's so cool. But the way I live and the things I do when we're out camping, animals just can open those magnetized ones just by pushing up on them, and they'll end up getting your stuff. It's never happened, but I've had times where I come out in the morning, I see little raccoon paws, and I have to look like they were opening it. They just wasn't good enough. So I like the latch. I know a raccoon could figure out how to open his latch too, if he's there long enough, but I like that. So that kind of locks it in place. I prefer the magnets, but unfortunately, so do the raccoons, if you get my drift. Okay, here we go. Let me see what we got. Let me see. Crafty Mom says I was going to purchase the 500, but I believe you mentioned before that you were not a fan of it. No, it's not. Crafty Mom, as you can see. Okay, I put it over here. As you can see, I'm a closet Jackery fan. I love Jackery because of how dependable they are, how easy they are. You can actually buy these in stores that you can walk in, and they were teamed with Honda for a time or two. If they probably still are, I don't know, but the build quality and the durability of the Jackery. The reason I never say anything about Jackery is because I do not like that they are proprietary. They only use their solar panels to work efficiently. They never have enough AC ports, and they never have USB-C ports. It's just they're lacking so much. So that's why I like how long they last. I like the durability, but it's like every time I'm using some of my updated equipment, like my Mac, if you're using Apple products, anything updated 2022 and up, you're using a USB-C port, and that kind of stuff. Listen, the compressor just came on. Can y'all hear that? Let me show you. The compressor just came on. And I'm using 44 watts. Very quiet. Very, very quiet. You're right up on it, and this is as much noise as it makes. So it's perfect. Here's something I did want to touch on. I just forgot. One thing about buying a refrigerator, a DC refrigerator to be outside and in your car, quiet. Quiet is important. If you plan on sleeping in your RV or you got a camper, a pool behind, whatever, a van, you doing van life, quiet is essential because this thing ain't running downstairs somewhere. This is right next to your head somewhere. And every time that compressor kick on, because you keep opening it and closing it, they have some refrigerators that I've had from some providers, and they sent me refrigerators that were so loud that I asked them, listen, I can't deal. If I can't deal with this, I know my people can't. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what the discount you can give them. They're not going to like this. So I literally have sent back 3 refrigerators to separate companies because it was poor quality. I don't know what kind of compressor they put in there, or did they screw it down good or what, but it sounded like an old Chevy with the rods knocking. And I was like, every single time I put this one, I was testing it in my den and we were relaxing in the den. Every single time that thing cut on, I went for my hip, if you get what I'm saying. I went for my hip because it sounded like somebody coming through the door. I said, nope. I called them up and I told them, no, we can't do this one. I appreciate it and everything, but this is for the people. So, okay. Hey, Grace, how you doing tonight? Let me see where we at. Let me see. So that's why I prefer the Energizer. It was a few USB-C ports and is handy and easy to carry about. You want to see something? You want to see something? I can't pronounce your name, so I'm not going to tear it up. Dr. LaShawn Clark, you want to see something? See that? You know what that's plugged into? My MacBook right now that I'm using right now to look at you guys. That thing, it's a winner. It's a winner. Now, this is what I would like you to do. When I'm doing a video, you might want to pay attention to my surroundings. It gives you a real insight on what I like and what I trust. I'm telling you. Now, I will say this. I don't even know how long we've been in here. I will say this. I really do like the EcoFlow. I mean, the new Blue Eddy. I do. I love the EcoFlow. The EcoFlow is actually in my car. The EcoFlow 1800. That's actually in my car. But for the price range, I love the new Blue Eddy. The only problem with the new Blue Eddy that for me is they should not have introduced that as being a 200-watt device with all the things that it can do. They should not have done that. I think that was a bad idea for the consumer because we're not industrial workers, so we look at what we need. And when you see, I don't care if it charges fast, I don't care if it does this, I don't care if it does that, the normal person says 200 watts. And they start, nobody cares about you can hook it to your phone. That stuff throws people off. As a matter of fact, I got more people saying they don't want their SPGs to connect to their phone. I have more of those requests than not. I have more people saying, I do not want my SPG to be able to connect to my phone. Do I have to download the app? And with some of them, I'm like, no, but the extra features are in the app. And people ask me, well, can I use it still without using the extra features, the little lights and the this and the that? Yes, you can. So this is just straight up hardcore. This is like the Chevy Impala. This is like the Chevy Malibu of the solar power generator world. Even their brand new ones is still Chevy Malibu-esque. You know what I'm saying? So oh, there I go. There I go. Hey, buddy. It's me. All right. So, okay. All right. That's it. Ice Cold runs nearly silent. Additionally, she has an insulative sleeve specially fitted. It keeps 2% cooler at times. I have some for my Bouge RV, the sleeves. You want to hear something about those ice colds? I have one. I have an ice cold. Compressor kicked off. I forgot to check the sound, the decibels on it. I have an ice cold, but you've never seen it, huh? So, just saying, I literally have one and have had it for what? Almost a year and a half, 2 years, maybe. It's in my garage right this minute. God is my witness. Let me see. It's a reason why, too. All right. Crafty Mom says, I have the Blue Eddy AC200P, but I need something smaller to move around. Yes, yes. When you get a mega SPG, when your solar power generator is just huge, you got 2,000 watts and bigger, it's always good to have something small. This is actually the 240, the Energizer P320 is Lady Led's. These are basically hers. She uses these every day. So I had to go in the den and get this. I'm sorry, get that because that's what she uses all day. Let me see. Princess Pamela's World say, I got an ice cold delivered. It arrived damaged and they wanted me to keep it. Oh, okay. I've heard that. I've heard that about the customer service. I've never dealt with it. I can't speak on that. But I'm not gonna badmouth them. I'm just gonna tell you you ain't seen it on here, for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Guava. Let me see. EcoFlow Pro is fabulous. We had, oh my goodness, we had a crash this week a mile away from my home, taking out the 6 mile grid. We were the only ones with power for at least a mile. Wow. Wow. See, that's an example of everyday things that can happen every single day. Every single day. I'm trying to keep track of how long I've been on here. Oh, okay. I can see it now. I can see it on the screen. But that's incredible. At least you had power, because a lot of people keep saying, I'm gonna wait till Black Friday. You know what I want to hear? I want to hear from the people that kept saying, I'm waiting till Black Friday. I'm waiting till Black Friday to get this and get that and survive. And Black Friday came and gone. I guarantee ain't nobody gonna speak up and tell the truth on themselves and be like, it never happened. Right? Now let me see. I'm looking to see if I skipped over any questions by an accident. Okay, I guess not. All right, so I'm not gonna keep you guys. I just wanted to come in here and see if anybody had. I get 1,000,000,001 questions on an email, so when I find one or two, I'm like, wow, people is really concerned about the refrigeration. I better do a video and show them this one that I've been had. I'm going to say this too. While the holidays are here, it does not have to be a knockout, drag out, apocalyptic emergency for some of this stuff. Right now, there's a lot of people with family in their house, and it's a lot of extra food left over from the holidays, and you ain't got nowhere to put it. So you doing some really strange stuff. You feeding stuff to your dog that your dog ain't supposed to be eating. You wasting food, giving it out to the chickens, where you could really be keeping it in the extra refrigeration so people can eat it. Let me see. Have you had a chance to put your hands on the Jackery 2000 Pro? I'm gonna be honest, be rich. No, brother. I haven't. So when it finally comes, it comes. But I'm not really. You know what I'm saying? Again, I've seen it, and I've seen the things that they updated. Here's the problem I have with Jackery, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I really do like Jackery, but I think by the time Jackery comes out with their innovation, it's been done 1,000 times fold. So by the time Jackery comes out with the new technology, is new to them. When they come out, they also give you a premium cost, like it's new technology, where you got all of these. The technology is so old that all of these sideline knockoff, unknown name brands have done it for a year before they come out with it. And it's like, it's hard for me to get excited. It is great technology, but by the time they do it, it's old. And when it's old, I'm not going to pay a premium brand new price for old technology. You know what I'm saying? Where some of these, like the Blue Eddy, brand new. Okay. Blue Eddy came right on the heels of EcoFlow with the fast charging and all of that. They came on the heels, but they was right behind them. Jackery still ain't doing it. So it's kind of like Jackery next year is going to be like, now we got fast charging, and they're going to want a premium price for that. And the extra power boost where you can power up a 3,000 watt stove with just a 200 watt hour generator. That ship has sailed. I like Jackery, but I don't think they I don't think they know the rules to this game. Say, how much is it after discount code? I can't tell you right now. I'm going to release that like on Tuesday. Okay. Right now, I'm just really showing. I like to show it to you first. That's why I do the lives on things, and then I'll let a video out. I wanted, because this is what it is. I want to get your feedback. Without your feedback, I really can't do anything, because I know what I like, but I need to know what you like. Other than that, if I don't get feedback, I don't know what you like and what you don't. That way, it's kind of everything you see that I have, I like. I really like. Everything that I don't, you don't see. And let me put it to you like this. I don't sign contracts. So I was obligated a long time ago on a certain solar power generator, and I was obligated to show it to you. It didn't say how, right? And I showed it real quick in the background. And I didn't talk about it because it was crap. I don't sign contracts. I don't sign nothing. And I put things through the test first before I go messing around making videos and all that. Now, if you ever see a video, say for instance, on an e-bike, and you look down at the speedometer, the odometer, and it says, it got like 0.5 miles, that's footage that I had to go back and dig out to put on here. That's the only reason. Other than that, I sit on some of this stuff for the longest because I really want to test it. I don't want to be just telling people, hey, check it out, I love it, and then I really don't love it. So I don't sign no contracts. I just don't. I won't do that ever again. If I ever sign a contract ever again, there will be my lawyer involved. I will never just read something over and sign a contract, because I'm telling you, you'll get stuck trying to present a piece of crap, and I won't do that. I saw something. And for a barbecue in the house, what's going on? Oh, somebody said, what was the question again? Hold on. Hey, Rucker. There was a question that I got off track. Any recommendations for a smaller SPG that operates quietly? I don't know what your definition of quietly is, but I'm just going to throw one out there to you. The Energizer P320. I mean, I don't even know what your definition is, but my Energizer is over here running, charging my Mac right now, and I think my Mac takes about, when it's on, it uses almost 30 watts while it's on. My Mac takes almost as many watts as this doggone refrigerator when the compressor is on. So the fan ain't even on. What you hear right now is the compressor of my actual real big house deep freezer. That's it. Oh man. Oh, we ain't gonna do that. Let me see. So everybody else has tech and is bringing down their prices. Right. Which is better, the Energizer or Jackery 500? I'm going to say the Energizer P320 all day. Energizer P320, even though this is 500 watts and the Energizer is only 320 watts, Energizer 320. It has 2 AC ports, 3 USB-C ports, 2 USB ports. I'm trying to remember. A DC port, several DC ports, and it's super powerful. I think they might even have the same doggone inverter, because it can take just as much as this can take before it's shut off. Overcharge protection, everything is way lighter than Jackery 500. This just has more watt hours, but I just Energizer for me all day. Good question. I know that sounds crazy. My answer sounds crazy, but I stand by Miss Story. Let me see. You've never heard of Bouge-RV? Well, get ready, because I'm about to present all of their items, everything. Solar panels, refrigerators, and when I tell you it's quality, it's quality. Now, I love me some Bouge-RV. Let's keep it rocking. Country Hustle, what's going on? Say, hey, Led, I recently entered the room about 30 minutes ago. Will you please show the refrigerator again? Yeah, because I was thinking I was gonna be here answering questions, but yeah, might as well. Give me 2 ticks, okay? Is this equipment only for camping? No, not at all. This one stays in my house. I use this, like, this food that's in here. This goes in my den. I am using this for real, for real. The things that you saw in my refrigerator right here are real. Now, I'm gonna back that up. The only thing that wasn't real that I did put in there as a prop was the Nathan hot dogs. I did that for Sunday Backyard Farmer because he don't like them, and they're my favorite. So I put them in there for Sunday Backyard Farmer. Other than that, everything in there is real food that really is in there. So before I go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the inside. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Show the inside of the refrigerator again. We do it one more time, all right? Let me move this out of the way. Hold on. Let me close this blind so they can't staring in at a brother. All right. So as you see, now let me do this. Cut the light out. Turn off the lights and light a candle. There you go. Now you can see it lit up now. This is the freezer side. I got this side set for freezer. And y'all see I've been on here for how long? About an hour. Ice. Everything is in here frozen. Cauliflower, hamburger, and Sunday Backyard Farmer, Nathan's hot dogs. This is when you in the pitch black and you need to look in your freezer. Now I'm gonna cut the lights on so you can really, really, truly see, okay? Now this has, both of them have baskets to pull out. This has a basket on this side that pulls out, and as you can see, here's that ledge I was telling y'all about. Just like a house freezer. Let me turn the lights on so y'all can see a little better. All right. So this have a basket where you could just go ahead and grab the food out of there without reaching and doing all that other crazy stuff so you can find it easy. This has a bigger basket in it. Same thing, but it's super deep, as you can see. It's bigger than it looks on this camera. And this door, you can change this door. You can have it open from this side, or you can have it open from this side. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and let me show you how that works. Get the camera up here, okay? This should work. And light a candle. Okay, so all you do is you bring this up about 10 degrees and you pull that out. It's hard for me up on this table. Ugh. I got it up on this table instead of on the ground. Normally I just hit it from the back. Hit it from the back and it come right up. Hold on. Oh, I had it. I could feel it. Right there. There we go. This side is ready. This side is stubborn. There we go. And those two knobs right there, now we're going to switch them over and put them on this side, on these slides. It's easier than that. it back in. I'm tearing up everything. Get on the right side. You got to get this on this little angle. Find that angle right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me get this in the light. See that? That weird angle. All right. I did this at camp, and I haven't done it since. There you go, right there. I'm trying to do this without knocking it down in there. There you go. There you go. I had it up too high. Got to hit him from the bottom. So now you can open the door like this. That way, I'm gonna leave it here so this way I can just come back. Let me see if I can do it. I had it barely open when I did it. Barely open. Let's leave well enough alone. Shall we? Okay, so there you go. All right. Any other questions? Let me see. Did you guys see that okay? So the freezer is off the chain. I'm going to be honest with you. I really like the freezer. And changing the doors, because if you got it in your car or your truck, the way you might have it set may not be the way you want the doors to flip, you know? Okay, we coming up on that hour, y'all. Let me see where we at. I'm going back just to see. Said preparing has become more serious. I like that because I'm not going to get into that on this channel. I will be touching on preparedness technology, which that's why I'm bringing the refrigerator on here. You're going to see a lot of gadgets that I really just like and just you could use around the house. You could save some money on, but in the process, I'm also going to show you things we really need to let me tell y'all something personal. Everybody been wondering why I've been on these bikes and scooters and all of this stuff lately. Man, I'm so serious about electric. How many people think that new age? Well, we ain't gonna do it. I'll save it for next time. I'm gonna save this for another live because there's something else I gotta release and show you. Because it's something I'm taking so serious. I'm almost putting, if you ain't paying attention, I'm almost putting a back seat to a couple of other things I'm doing, and I'm really focused on refrigeration, transportation, and solar power. I'm telling you, I know some stuff, man. I've been told something that you guys, you really need to pay attention to your surroundings. You really need to pay attention to what's being said. If you don't think transportation and alternative power, if you think this is a joke, listen, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. Look at all the preppers. Every prepper across the board on all platforms. They're doing the exact same thing I'm doing, aren't they? It's a reason for that. It's not just because you're getting paid, because you don't get paid for a lot of this stuff. They'll offer you a free item, but some of the stuff you don't get paid. They're showing you this stuff because you better pay attention. You better pay attention. You can be as old school as you want to until your old school ways do not work. So plain and simple. Make sure you pay attention to what's going on. Let me see. Links to products shown. Did you see attack? Oh, I'm gonna take that off. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. All right. I'm gonna remove that one. Okay, because I don't want. We ain't talking about that kind of stuff here today. So, any questions whatsoever? Okay. No, this is the set power. See, I really do believe electric power is the future. I don't think we should jump into it as fast as we are. We need to upgrade our infrastructure first. Now, Rickers Homestead, you know what? You are correct. You are correct. But here, Minda, the product links are going to be on Tuesday when I release the actual video. This is just a greet and chat, and we're just chatting it up about the product. The actual video with the savings codes and the links will be up Tuesday. Okay. Let me see. You are right about the infrastructure, but when has that ever happened? Never, ever, never, ever. We have been forced into the future since the beginning of this big mess. Nobody look, horse and buggies. Nobody waited till horse and buggies were obsolete before they were obsolete. Cars were in the streets with mud. Look, no infrastructure, no paved roads. So they're going down either cobblestone roads with brand new automobiles and mud roads, mud with automobiles. Those mud roads had horse and buggies in them and automobiles all at the same time. They didn't just stop and say, let's pave the roads first. That's the best idea. Let's get everybody, drop the cost and get everybody into a automobile, get rid of the horse and buggy. They'll never do that. Now, should they? Of course. Will they? Absolutely not. That's why I'm saying we need to get in it right now. Like, you better get in it before you're the dude in the horse and buggy and the dude in the Ferrari is whipping past you, splashing mud in your face. That's what I'm saying. And it's not going backwards. And here's the other thing too. The prices, I've heard this, the prices of like the electric bikes and this and that. There's a reason why they're that price. I really want to emphasize this. There's the reason why an electric bike costs you around $2,000. A little, give a little, take a little. This is a real freaking, it's not a bike. Okay, let me put it to you like this. You wonder why should you pay $2,000 for an iPhone? Think about it. Think about this. Where a telephone back in the day, a landline will cost you, $20 or something, right? A good one. Why on God's green earth is a phone $2,000 with only 8 gigabytes of memory, stuff like that? Because it's not a phone. We keep playing with words and messing up our brains. What we have now that you use every day, that 9 times out of 10 you're watching me on right now, it's not a phone. It's a computer that you can call people from. It's a computer that you could do everything in your life digitally that you need to take care of right in the palm of your hand with a phone on it. It's not a phone anymore. We play on words. Most people don't even use the phone no more. They text each other. They tweet each other. They don't even call no more. So it's not even really a phone. So with that being said, these bikes that I've been reviewing, they're not bikes. We just don't have anything else to call them. They look like bikes. They do bike-like things. They can still pedal. It's not a bike though. I'm telling you that right now. The only difference between the Hemingway Cruiser and my Harley is my Harley goes faster. And there are electric bikes out there that do go just as fast as my Harley. So, where are we here? We are stuck on playing on words. That $2,000 e-bike, it's a vehicle that does bike things, that the ergonomics are bikes. Other than that, you have no idea what it feels like until you twist that throttle on an e-bike and go. We're stuck on words and we need to let that go. Your cell phone, they should stop. They should change the name of that. Handheld computer, something. HHC, that's what they should call them. Because it's a handheld computer that calls people if you wanted to. They should stop calling e-bikes bikes. They are electric vehicles that look like bikes. They are not. I promise you that. I have a let me see, what was that? Let me see. I love an e-bike. I'm definitely investing in one in the near future. Ricker's Homestead, let me tell you something. Tomorrow, I'm actually trying to figure out what channel I want to release this on, because I want to release it on Lead Farmer channel because it's more survival than just tech. I might have to release it on both channels, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. I got an e-bike that I promise you, I have never just sat on one this long. I have never been on one this long. I was on one for hours the other day. Hours. Because it felt, everything was so perfect. The ergonomics were so perfect. I just kept riding. I told my wife, I'm about to step out and just take this for a ride and, put another, add to the video. I didn't come back. She had to call me like, where you at? I'm about 10 miles away. So, oh my goodness. Once you get on the e-bike that fits you, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Sunday Backyard Farmer said, I'm in Florida right now. All stuff. And those e-bikes are on the street keeping up with traffic. Wait till you see my video. I'm going to do this, family. I'm going to cut out as much nonsense as I can. I was stopped on this particular e-bike. I went 3 or 4 times, 3 times. 3 times. Now, I ain't talking about some, hey, nice bike. I'm talking about some, is that an electric bike? And let me see that. And they literally want to stop and ask you a billion questions. I was out till it got dark outside, stopping, answering questions, because this bike is crazy, crazy. And it's freaking people out. It ain't too many electric bikes here in Colombia. When you're in Florida, Sunday Backyard Farmer, every time I'm in Orlando, that's what we be on. That's what everybody is on. So in Toledo, Ohio, I couldn't believe it, but that's what everybody is on. Everybody better get hip. I'm going to show you one that's going to blow your mind. Uh-oh. She said, oh, but felt like a teenager again. I must have missed something. I must have missed something. Oh, hours in perfect Cadillac comfort pushing. Oh, I missed something. I missed something. I don't want to blow your business up. Okay. So I'm gonna let this live stream go. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming in, and I'll be releasing the video on the Set Power refrigerator on Tuesday with the codes for you and everything. I would have done it today, but the codes have changed. Okay, the codes have changed, and I'll be able to save a little bit more money. So that's the only reason I got to wait till Tuesday. TLC in the Garden said they have tons here in Cleveland set up like scooters with the apps. Right. In Toledo too. Same thing. It's a trip. It's a trip. So, okay, you guys, any questions before I go? No? Yay? Nay? Okay. Everybody, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming by and checking us out at Hood Tech Institute, where I'm going to keep on bringing all of the technology that I can get my hands on. All right. Before I go, any questions about any other technology that you wanted to ask me about before I go? Yay, nay, maybe. Nope, that's it. All right, everybody, have a wonderful night. All right. Lev Farmer 73, Hood Tech Institute. Love you and good night. Guava. Get your eggnog on. That's it. All right, Sunday Backyard Farmer. Enjoy yourself, brother. Stay out of what's the name of that Old Town? What is that I like to go to? Stay out of Old Town. Woo. Stay out of there.